Postseason teams are jockeying for position. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, the Texas Rangers knocked out 10 hits as a team as they blasted the Astros 6-0. Heading into the day, the Rangers sit in 4th place in the American League West. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Astros are second in the division. They're 7 games back. The Oakland Athletics put together 10 total hits as they took down the visiting Mariners 6-5. Entering the day's action, the A's sit in last place in the American League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Mariners are 3rd in the division, 20 games out of first. The Red Sox combined for 10 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Angels 5-4. As of right now, the Red Sox sit in 1st place in the American League East Division, 4 games up, while the Angels are leading the AL West, a sizable 7 games ahead of second. The New York Yankees grabbed 13 hits in the game as they destroyed the Rays 7-1. In the standings, the Yankees are in 2nd place in the AL East. They trail first by 4 games, while the Rays are 4th in the division, 5 games back. The Orioles put up 16 hits on the day as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 5-2. As of today, the Blue Jays are in last place in the AL East. They're 7 games back, while the Orioles are 2nd in the division. They trail first by 4 games. The Chicago White Sox knocked out 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Indians 4-3. Heading into the day, the White Sox sit in last place in the American League Central Division, 9 games back. And the Indians are 2nd in the division, 1 game out of first. The Detroit Tigers racked up 11 hits as a team as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 7-2. Entering the day's action, the Twins are sitting atop the AL Central, 1 game ahead of second, while the Tigers are 3rd in the division. They're 2 games back. The Braves amassed 14 hits in the game as they beat the visiting Marlins 7-3. As of right now, the Braves sit atop the NL East, 1 game ahead of second, and the Marlins are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Nationals combined to give up just 5 hits as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 6-1. As of today, the Phillies are in 2nd place in the NL East, 1 game out of first, while the Nationals are 3rd in the division, 9 games back. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games. Postseason teams are jockeying for position. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the AL East, the New York Yankees only allowed 2 hits in the game as they blew out Baltimore 7-0. As of right now, the Yankees have now clinched one of 2 AL wildcard spots with the win. And the Orioles are 3rd in the division, 4.5 games back. The Philadelphia Phillies sent 3 balls into the seats as they got a road win against Arizona 9-1. Heading into the day, the Diamondbacks sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division, 2.5 games out of first, while the Phillies have now clinched one of 2 NL wildcard spots with the win. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Winner moves on. Loser sees their season come to an end. MLB Network brings you exclusive coverage of the winner-take-all wild card game. It's the one-game National League wild card playoff between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you into another edition of Major League Baseball coverage on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Well, I really love these one-game wild card matchups to kick off the postseason. Kind of tough that your season comes down to one game after such a grinding season, but what's better than a winner-go-home game, especially when that's the case for both teams? Should be a lot of fun to watch.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch.
And now, your 2022 Chicago Cubs.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men with a lot on their shoulders. Our two starters here in this wild card matchup. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. What's important for this lineup as you look to earn a berth into the division series, D-Row?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. Okay, here's how the Cubbies are lining up defensively. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Standing in, Pete James. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Right fielder, Pete James.
First pitch of the at-bat. And we are underway from Wrigley as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball 1. And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. Cole, or the Cole Train as he's frequently called. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
And that misses as well, so that might portend some trouble tonight as he begins the game with 4 wide ones.
That is not the way he wanted to start off this half inning. It's one thing to walk the leadoff hitter, but it's even more painful when the leadoff hitter is an absolute burner and he can really wreak some havoc on the bases.
Salgado just rakes left-handed pitching. 3-0 pitch is taken, strike 1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty, we got a good one behind the dish today in Ed Drummond. Well liked by all people, pitchers, batters, managers. All you want as a player is the ability to talk to someone. And that's what Ed does. He gives you that chance.
Zero, you hit a nail right on the head. He has a real long fuse. He's not afraid to let a hitter or a pitcher, I'm not to say complain about a particular pitch, but he's not the guy that's going to get mad and throw somebody and give him the boot just because a guy doesn't like a pitch or a pitcher thinks that a pitch is a strike and they call it a ball.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Ben Salgado goes down for the first out of the game. And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. Swinging a ground ball to third. There's one. Relay to first in time. And just like that, the side is retired. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Giro, tell us about this lineup as they try to survive the wild card game.
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
Ben Lively is on the mound for the visitors in this NL WildCard matchup.
5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And the guy manning shortstop today is J.P. Crawford.
The next Cub up, Cody Bellinger. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Cody Bellinger.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled off. Now the 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. The 1-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's Chris Bryant. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The windup and the 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Popped him up. Joseph is over now, and he's got it for out number 2.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. It's 1-2. Got him swinging in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Through 4, still tied, 0-0.
Leading off for the Phillies, third baseman, Byron Vaughn.
1-2.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Hit out towards second. Played on the backhand. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Into the box, Ben Lively, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now a bunt attempt here, and good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there, and sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Standing in now, Pete James. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Long throw to the plate. And not in time as the run scores.
Boy, it's been tough to score in this one so far through the 5th inning, but that RBI base hit right there is a nice breakthrough.
Yeah, it's been a great pitcher's duel up until this point. They've been executing on the bump without question, but that RBI knock right there.
Now batting, first baseman.
Digging in once again, Tommy Joseph. It was a walk in his last trip. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Hey, that's a great pitch right there. 0-0 changeup to a great hitter. It opens up so many more places you can go in the strike zone.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Hey, that's case in point right there. He thought that was going to hollow out his rib and ended up being a strike.
Swing, and oh my, hit him with the high. Looking up is Contreras into the bleachers and gone. So a 2-run shot to left center, and the Phillies open up a 3-0 lead.
Mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt-high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. 3 runs already home here. Hit well on the ground to first. Bellinger's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. Middle of the night on the north side. It's now 3-0 Philadelphia. Area native Ian Happ. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt.
Now the 2-1 pitch is looked at for ball 3.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in this one.
Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Well, he loses him there, but that's just the first walk he's given up, along with a couple of hits, so his command has been pretty solid so far.
Settling in now, Charles Barr. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ground ball left side. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
That was a well-executed pitch right there. Change.
Happ at second. Barr on at first with nobody out. And he takes a called strike 2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. For this one, so he'll take it for the first out. And the throw from right will not be in time as he takes third on the flyout.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with 1 out.
J.D. Davis will look to provide a little punch off the bench as he'll hit with runners at the corners and 1 out in the inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Dribbled to the right side. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
Center fielder, number 5, Albert Almora.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2. The 2-0. 3-0 now. Here it is on 3-0. And that misses, ball 4. So it's 1st and 2nd now with 2 out. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So in now for Chicago, Jason Hayward. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. As a look, now the pitch. A ball and no strikes.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Into the box now, Cody Bellinger, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. It's a strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Comes set and the 0-1. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Inside corner, it's 1-2.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taking all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the back.
And the 32nd pitch of the inning is swung on and missed, and that will retire the side. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. At the plate, Byron Bond.
Leading off for the Phillies, third baseman, Byron Bond.
Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball that just misses inside. The 2-1. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Therefore, it is Hayward now, 1 away.
The pitcher, number 40, Dan Lively.
Just a bit up. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Almora. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The right fielder, number 40, Pete James.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Pete James is your empty here with 2 men out. Popped him up. Contreras is under it, and that's the 3rd out. Phillies down in order as the lead remains 3-1. Zach Curtis gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Leading off the inning, Charles Barr, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Now the pitch. This is pulled into right. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Running hard, he's digging for second. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. Barr takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And he's safe at the plate. And the deficit is down to only 1 now.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the Parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
Neil Johnson comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7.
Neil Johnson.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Verdugo waits on it. 1 away.
Now batting, pitcher,
Mark Zagunis will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
20, Mark Zagunis.
Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball 1-0. Sliced hard on the ground. Joseph brings it in, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Center fielder, number 5, Albert Almora.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Albert Almora. On the ground to third. Bond takes it in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But the Brian Shaw has been summoned from the bullpen, as he'll do so to start the 8th.
29, Brian Shaw.
Digging in, Ben Salgado.
0-2 pitch, not even close to the zone, and a fastball might be an indication that he's going to start using some of his secondary pitches.
Grounded to short. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
First baseman, number 19, Tommy Joseph.
Tommy Joseph will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Here's the first pitch to him, and that one got a piece of him.
Now batting,
and that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. His numbers against Brian Shaw. He carries a .308 batting average. 2 of those hits were for home runs. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? To second for one, but they won't get two as he beats the relay to first.
Well, he showed right there why he's such a tough guy to double up. He can fly, and he busted it down the line, so they just get the one out.
In now, Jeremy Brannon. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Alex Verdugo.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And a big RBI there as the run scores from second to make this a 2-run game now.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing room.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a 1-run game where every pitch is so important. You're 1 pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
Into the box, Andrew Knapp. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Phillies will have to be content with just the 1. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Philadelphia is on top 4-2. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Mark Leiter is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch.
Number 31.
Greg Allen is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Right side, hit hard. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield. So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. Another full count offering on its way. Popped him up. Bond has room in foul territory. He's got it 1 away.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Here's Chris Bryant now.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
He's set, and the pitch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. 9th inning coming up. Phillies lead this one 4-2. Welcome back to MLB Network. Great to have you with us from Chicago as the 9th inning is set to get underway. Justin Wilson enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Stepping into the box, Byron Bond will be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep. Into the bleachers and gone. So a solo shot here to left center field, and just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
They still have the bottom of the ninth to try and stage a comeback, but one thing that's not coming back is this blast to extend the lead to 3. Nice knowing you've got some room for error, especially on the road.
Up next for Philadelphia, center fielder.
Into the box now, Greg Allen. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Almora is there, and he has it for the first out.
The right fielder, number 3, Pete James.
Ready for another chance? Pete James, his last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. First pitch of the at-bat. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man. This one's down to third. Bryant's got it, and that's the second out.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Ben Salgado.
Standing in, Ben Salgado. Swing and a ball line softly down the right field line. Foul. The 2-2. And oh, that gets him on the mound. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of the inning. But the Phils tack on one more on this solo home run. Last chance coming up here for the Cubs. It's now 5-2 Philadelphia. Mario Tejeda is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
Mario Tejeda. Leading off the bottom of the ninth inning for the Cubs, catcher Wilson Contreras.
This guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
To third. Bond is up with it. And a good throw gets him one gone.
The left fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home nine. There are 2 away now.
Now batting.
Digging in and looking for more, Charles Barr. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. The 0-1. And a hanger as he gives this one a pretty good ride out to deep center. And that'll hit off the ivy out there. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
Well, lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder closed, and just rips the pitch for a 2-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
So stepping in, Addison Russell. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
The closer is supposed to slam the door on his opponent, but he left the door wide open with a walk there. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
Pedro Severino will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
The 1-0. Swing and a ground ball. This could do it. Throw is in time, and they will advance to the next round of the playoffs.
And these wild card games are hard enough. It's your entire season rests on 9 innings of baseball, but they put aside all the distractions that come with playing on the road and handled their business. Now it's on to the division series, one step closer to the World Series title.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he pitched really well. He wasn't necessarily dominant.
So for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. The postseason is in full swing, folks. You've been watching the National League Wildcard game.